Hey folks, coming to you from my home studio. Excited to bring you a brand new unboxing. And I'm actually using a different camcorder today. I'm using a Zoom. I have no idea what the model number is, didn't even think to look at it. I'll be using it for the next few videos. A good buddy of mine, Seth Price, actually loaned it to me, so I'll be trying that out. So I apologize for any room noise that may be going on. I'm actually using this particular Zoom camcorder, and once I figure out the model number, I'll put the link in the description notes below. But this particular camcorder has an attachment of some XY condenser mics, so you may notice a big difference in sound compared to my Canon Vixia HFR40. That's what I normally use for most of my latest videos. And so I just want to do a brand new unboxing today. I'm excited to get this. This is December the 29th, a few days after Christmas. And seeing as I got a new Christmas present, I'll show it to you here in just a couple of videos or so. I needed to upgrade some of my gear. And the gear in particular I'm talking about is my amplifier. Now I already have, let's see, I have a Peavey Vypyr, one of the original Vipers. It's a 15 watt. I also have a Crate GFX, an old Crate. Little 15, 20 watt amp, something, or is it, yeah, it's 20 watt, a GFX20. But what I want to do is upgrade my Peavey amp, and so now I have a Peavey, heavy Peavey amp that just came in the mail. In particular, this happens to be a VIP Vypyr. And excited to get tear right on into this. So let's just go ahead and do that. And I'll lower the camera here so we can see what all is going on. Alright, so bring this bad boy back and turn this up so I can make sure I can see the LCD, which is now upside down for some reason. So weird. You know, I just have to do the best I can with this. So I'm going to try out my handy John Petrucci jazz pick and tear into this bad boy. Got this idea from my good buddy on YouTube, Robert Baker, and this happens to be an awesome little trick for opening packages such as this. And when the tape is so thick you can't even get into it, though, it's time to turn in to a good old trusty mini utility knife. So let's just do that. This came from Sweetwater, as you no doubt can see over the paper here. And I'm excited to get this. As always, they have the thank you page included in this. This usually has their policy for returns, exchanges, and what I tell you, the actual receipt came in this as well. So that's cool. And now we get into the candy that they send. A little skimpy on the candy this time. I guess they were low in supply because of Christmas demand. But let's get into what we really came here for. Peavey Vypyr VIP. Hold this thing down while I get it out. Toss it over there. Here we are, the Peavey VIP Vypyr. Alright, that's what we're looking at. Vypyr 1, VIP 1. Okay, so amplifier, effects, and instruments, over 60 editable models. I don't know if you read that or not, but that's what that says. The cool thing about this is this has several instrument integrations. You can use electric guitar, acoustic guitar, and bass. So definitely wanted that extra ability to do that. This also has Revolver HPSE. That's a type of amp modeling software on your computer you can use, similar to Guitar Rig or some of the other ones. And it also includes a Reaper recording software evaluation version, which I already use Traction, so I'll be sticking with that. VIP stands for Variable Instrument Performance. And let's see what we got here. So, and it's hard to read this upside down, so let me see if I can figure out the configuration of this. Here, actually, let me put this on the desk. It's a little easier to manage like that, so let's try that. Extend my tripod out a bit. Apologies for that. And we'll come over here and there we go. We got the Vypyr Variable Instrument Performance Amplifier. Let's get this in a little bit. Good deal. 20 watts RMS, acoustic guitar simulation, bass guitar simulation. And that's if you plug in your electric guitar, you can turn it into a acoustic or bass sounding guitar. But also, you can plug in those actual instruments and have that. Okay, so next we have acoustically optimized semi-closed back. So the cabinet on the back is semi-closed for better sound. Patented trans tube technology. This is what really sold me on upgrading to another Peavey amp. Their trans tube technology is amazing. Sounds really crisp, really clear. And also, somebody pointed this out when I was researching some of these amps and everything. I didn't really realize this with my other Peavey. But you can actually play, whereas tubes you have to have it cranked to really get a good tone. With this, since it's a digital amp, you can have it low, but it'll still pull out those nice tube tones without you worrying about having to crank it too high or too loud for the neighbors to hear it. 22 amp accessible effects, 36 onboard amp models, includes 6 bass amp and 6 acoustic amp models, so I'm pretty excited about that. You're not just stuck to one of those. Enhanced chromatic tuner, an onboard looper, and there is a asterisk here, which is saying that it's activated with the optional Sanpera 1 or Sanpera 2 foot controller, which I didn't opt to get. I have a Digitech RP355, had it for years, happy with it. Have no need for a Sanpera foot controller for an extra $200 or something. This has a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get: LED indicator controls, amp accessible real-time parameter controls, real-time, amp accessible global reverb and delay, and that's including, in addition to the other effects here, a bidirectional USB, data MIDI audio record out. So I can actually record from this via USB as opposed to an auxiliary cable like I had to do with the regular Vypyr. Auxiliary MP3 and CD input if I want to jam along with some of my favorite tracks. Studio quality headphone out. Up to 4 effects simultaneously. And that's once again though with the activated Sanpera pedal. And you have a tap tempo delay. Okay. So this comes with, like I said, the Revolver HP SE. And since I bought it from Sweetwater within the promotional period, I can have the Revolver, I think it's Professional Edition, which is a $99 value. I get it free. So all I have to do is turn in the serial number for this thing on their form, and I'll get access to that for free. So let's tear into this bad boy and see what the actual amp looks like, shall we? Let's go ahead and do that real quick. And while I'm doing this, I'll just say I've got a few more videos here that I'm getting ready to produce. I'm going to be comparing this amp with my old Peavey before I sell it off. Probably end up selling that one. I've got additional stuff to show you guys, which I will be showing you in probably another video. Kind of redid my recording area over here to the side, and it looks made the whole room in here a lot more bright. And I'm going to be doing that. I've got some other ideas of videos that I'd like to do music-wise. Okay, so let's see what we get when we open the actual box here. I actually got this in earlier today. So we was in town. I got home about 5. We ended up watching Home Alone and playing some Battle Block Theater on Xbox 360. And so I'm just now getting to this. And right now it is about 10:30 at night. So was excited to get to this. Open this up. First thing that comes with it is safety and warnings. Don't really need that. Basically, common sense stuff, no doubt. Important safety instructions. Heed all warnings, follow instructions, blah, blah, blah. Common sense stuff. Let's get on with it. Alright, so tucked inside of the handle is the, looks like it's got a Peavey sticker here, which will definitely, most likely, I don't know if I have a guitar case I can put it on, but probably putting that on the guitar case. This comes with the revalver and the Reaper software, as well as the owner's manual, which I usually end up getting all this online. I've already downloaded revalver. I just got to put in an activation key, and I can just go to peavey.com/warranty for warranty information and to get the owner's manual. So usually I just leave this in the CD, and if I ever sell the amp, this will be available and ready for it. That's what I've done with the other. I actually taped it to the amplifier itself. So keep going here. Pull out the big amp here. My goodness, this thing's heavy. I don't know, I didn't look at how many pounds it thing weighed, but it's definitely heavier than the other one. Probably got a better quality speaker in it. Here's the power cord. Also a little packet for moisture and stuff in there. Silica gel. I'll just leave that in there. This is what we're getting here, folks. Back that out. There's the power cord. Put it to the side. Put this back in the old box. Right in front of me. Couldn't even find it. Alright. Don't really need this on here. Basically says, step 1, plug in your electric or acoustic bass guitar or bass guitar. Select your instrument type. And I'll show you this here in a second. 60 editable models, 36 amp models, 24 effects. This kind of came on was the same kind of idea on the past one. I don't really need that. I don't think I'll need to keep that. So, coming up close, let me go ahead and get the camera up close here where I can see it. Alright. Not sure if I can zoom in here or whatever, so just bear with me as I try to work on this. It's been a while since I've worked this tripod. Alright, let's see if I can get this thing up to the level. The amp itself. That's good enough. Back it up just a hair, and we'll see what we get here. We have the instrument types here. You have your electric for the first two channels. You have your acoustic guitar here, and your bass guitar will be down here. So your channels and your presets are going to be electric here, acoustic here, bass here. Here's your instrument / stomp effects. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see, it says an M down here indicates monophonic effect. Play one note at a time. And that's just for bass. There's also an MOG. There's a synthesizer here. Play one note at a time. In other words, you don't play chords with these effects. Those specific ones. Now, instrument, I'm guessing, is these hollow looking things. And then stomp boxes is everything else. And as you turn this, it's going to go into one color, and you turn it again, and it'll stay on that same LED and turn into the other color, which indicates 2 effects per LED, most likely, from what I've been studying. These are your amplifiers. you have a Buddha, a 6505, a 6534, a Triple X, a Classic, and a Butcher amp, a British here, a Twin here. Over here we have our acoustic amps and our bass amps. Now this thing said it has 6 bass amp and 6 acoustic amp models. Okay, now I'm not exactly sure how to get into that. All I know is that Trace and acoustic, all of these have 3 settings. Okay, you have your clean, your distorted, and your clean, rhythm, crunch, and distorted lead. Okay, so this is one amp, but it has 3 variables to it. Same thing as this. The second acoustic amp has 3 variables for a total of 6. Same thing with the bass, 6 here, 6 there, and that's how they're coming up with that. As far as the 36 amp models, basically this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Times 3 is 24. And so there may be some other way they're doing the math on that, but I know that they're amp models, 1 amp model, but it depends on how many variations of that model you get, like lead, rhythm, and lead, or clean, rhythm, and lead. So 1 amp here could actually be 3 amps, basically, is what that's saying. We have the same layout. We have our pre-gain, our low, mid, high, and our post-gain here. This is our master volume, which for some reason is turned up all the way to 13, which we do not need. Now, one thing about Peaveys is they are very sensitive. I probably won't even need to go past 2 here. They are actually pretty loud. I like that this is set up very similar to my other Peavey. There's nothing really to get used to. There's nothing that's very different. It's very similar. I have my looper here. If I have the Sanpera thing, I have my edit mode here, just like before, tap tempo, just like before, which I hardly ever use. We have our USB here, our auxiliary in, and our headphones out right here. Okay, now as far as the back, like I said, this is a partially closed back. Let me go ahead and move the camera back here so where I can see it. There we go. This is a partially closed back. If I lift this thing up, you can see we have, this helps, this is a VIP 8-inch speaker, power handling 25 watts, even though it's a 20 watt amp, and then impedance is 8 ohms. Okay, so I hardly ever power these past, like I said, 3 or 4, and my Peavey has lasted. My other VIP Vypyr has lasted for years. I didn't have to worry about a speaker being blown or anything like that from overpowering it. But this is for the Sanpera MIDI. If you use that, this is your power button, so you just reach back behind and you flick it on, and then this is for the power cord. Okay, so power cord that comes with it. So actually, that's it for the unboxing. What I'm going to do is go ahead and sign off here, and this is a very nice grill cloth. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and go ahead and enter the code for the Revolver Full Edition. And when next I see you, I'll be showing you how some of this stuff works. And I plan on doing that, maybe an overview of this. First, initial impressions of what I think of the amp, and / gear demo review. I'll be comparing this with my Peavey amp in another video with my other Peavey Vypyr, just a regular Vypyr, 15 watt. And I'll be showing you the other Christmas present I mentioned earlier, and showing you the different things that I've done with my studio arrangement here lately. So, thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoy the Peavey amp. If you like it, please go to ericbeatty.com/shop. That will take you directly to Amazon's website where you can do a search for this and buy it. And that just helps me. Amazon gives me a small affiliate commission for that. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it shows your support by buying products through my link, so that it helps support everything I do here on YouTube. Thanks so much guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next few videos where I'll continue to use this zoom. Give me just a second, and now that I have the camera here close to me, I will see if I can find a model number. A handy video recorder. Zoom handy video recorder. Looks like that's all I'm seeing. It has an XLR inputs. It has input jacks for 1/4 inch as well. It's got HDMI, mini HDMI out. It's got a couple different channels for microphones. Like I said, it's got the attachment of the two XY digital mics up top. So, 160 degree wide lens, f2.0/16.6 millimeter. That's all I know to call it, is a Zoom Handy. Find it again. Zoom Handy video recorder. So that's the best way I can describe it. So from me and the Peavey Amp here, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.